Hello YouTubers again. This time let's have a look at Tomy Virgin Train. Now then, on my travels I found this carriage all on its own, so I've cleaned it up and put a bit of lube on the wheels and hidden the little scratches with a black marker pen. And then I thought, oh well, I've got to get the rest of the train, haven't I? So that's what I did. Okay, so here it is. Comes in 3 parts, and this is the motor part. It looks a bit like an HST, but I don't think it is actually. 82100, I think on the internet, comes out as a driving van trailer, DVT I think. So hence these and these 2 slots, we'll come back to them later. So there's a pantograph, because the HST is diesel, isn't it? Right, turn it around. So the same again as with the other coach there, giving it a clean and some little scratches you can hide with pens and things. And can we see? Can you read that? Tomy 1989. Well, that's the moulding, but I think this was probably made in the early 90s. There's another mark there. We can read it. Okay. So if I squeeze the sides there, might be able to get the top off so you can have a look. Whoop. Right, so that's your C battery. And that's the gearbox there, and the motor, you can just see the back of it there. So part where you can hear the motor but nothing happens, move the lever further and the drive comes into the wheels. Oh. Plus the gears disengage when you turn it off, so you can actually push it along the tracks if you want to. Some people prefer to do that. Quite a few battery toys are actually jammed, aren't they, with the mechanism, so you need a battery to actually undo anything. Okay. I needed to photograph the front of this train because the trailer car hadn't got the light fittings. It had come off, it had been ripped off. So I thought I'll try and make my own by copying this. So I came up with this. So I photographed the grille at the front and photographed the light unit on the side, and I've also, on the old Photoshop there, I've added a red filament for the trailer car. And of course you can flip it on the computer to produce the right hand lens, because this one is slightly damaged there, you can see. So I could work off this left hand one. Okay. So you end up with this one. So it's got a new grille and a left unit with the red filament, and that's the flipped version on that side. Okay. There's no motor in this half, and doesn't even say Tomy on it. There we go. So you can see what I've ended up with now is a 4-car unit. So that's the trailer, that's the coach that came with it, and this was the very first coach I found all on its own, and of course the motor part that can pull it all along for me. So I'll show that one running a bit later on. So after Christmas I went hunting round in the toy fairs again, and from the Haydock Toy Fair I found this, a white one. And again it's got these 2 slots there, and the windows are different. There's the pantograph. On off switch. Again single speed, there's no 2-speed on this one either, it's the same as the other. And Now this was missing lights altogether. So back on the computer again and the camera. So there's the grill. There's the left. And yeah, I've been on the Photoshop again, I've lightened that light, and so I've given it double headlights really. I've just been in again and altered it, and you flip it to produce the right version there. So let's give this a little squeeze and get the top off. Yep, right. So this one I reckon is even older. I think it's got the same date. Can you see? Tomy 1989 again. Only this time I've had to put new traction tyres on, or replacement traction tyres, because the other ones had perished away, which might be a clue to its age. Now the battery is a C battery again. Now it was a bit intermittent, and this plate here was dislodged, it was sticking out. And this connector here was a bit corroded, so I've cleaned that up. And so I had to gently prise the two halves apart. You take it apart, take the screws out, and there's a screw in there somewhere. Where is it? There's a screw hiding down there, and you can unclip it, gently ease it apart, and I could put this plate back in that slot where it is. And at the same time, this switch here became more reliable again. Quite clever that. Because as it moves forward there, it pushes an axle through to disengage or disengage the the gears. That's clever. So while it was slightly apart, I could get my oiling pen in and just lubricate the gears just a little bit. You can see where someone soldered the connections, unless that's how it's supposed to be, I don't know. And this motor's blue at the back instead of yellow. So it might all help date this thing. There we are. Of course, with this train was the centre carriage. Different set of windows to the Virgin one. Let me get this one. The artwork's different on these two, you can see. The moulding, I'm pretty sure it's the same. Vents on the roof and everything. Underneath, yellow wheels instead of black wheels. So this one could be late, 89, probably even earlier than this one. Okay, and the trailer car is this one. Of course there's no motor in this one. And again on the laptop I've produced these new lights for the rear with the red filaments on, and these are on gloss photo paper, cut out and glued on, and that's the trailer car. A little search on the net, I found this. There it is. The Kintetsu Urban Liner 2100. And that's where it ran or roamed Osaka to Nagoya in Japan. So you look at that, and there are no lights on the front. We never had any. And there's a trailer car. There's another picture found. The pantograph's there, but no lights. And there's me, I'm going to put lights on it now. Okay, so I thought, oh, let's find pictures of the real thing. What is it like? There it is. Doesn't seem to have any lights, but it has. We have a big windscreen up there. As you can see there, the headlights are actually behind the windscreen at the top. And those curious slots at the side are actually extra doors. There's the driver stood next to one of them. And then from here you might be able to see the lights a bit more clearly. There's orange lights in the orange band underneath, and the headlights in the windscreen. And another shot there. So, Clifford's done it all wrong, haven't I? Never mind. We're only playing around, aren't we? Let's see them go around now. Well, there you are. I hope you enjoyed that. I think the white one's the oldest of the two. I never knew it existed. And the red Virgin one is still available. eBay sellers have it. But don't forget it comes as a 3-car unit, not a 4. I've gained the extra carriage because I got that first. And that's it. So we'll see you again with more adventures in trains.